Hey and hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. My name is Jeffrey Samaganda, and I just wanted to record this short video to wish you, all the fathers out there, all around the world, a very happy Father's Day. Now, I don't know where you are right now. It could be that today is not a happy Father's Day in your part of the world. It could be you don't even celebrate Happy Father's Day. My message for today, it doesn't really matter. What matters today is to remember the man in your life who played that role as your father. Now, whether your father's still alive or not alive, like my father, is not here anymore, it's better to remember the lessons that your father passed on. Those lessons are what made you who you are today. In most cases, not all the time, in most cases. Now, for those who are lucky to have fathers, we should be grateful, we should be thankful. That's why it's important to call our fathers, to tell them we appreciate them, we honor them, we love them if they're around. If they're not around, like I said, like my father, all we can do is remember the lessons and the message they passed on, the person who they were that made us, shaped us to be who we are today. Now, for you, a father, I'm a father myself right now. The question is, what message are we passing on to our own children? You see, over the years, I've traveled over 40 different countries. I've written books and even the subject of parenting. You see, it was difficult for me as an African boy when I came to Europe to raise kids in Europe, where the way of parenting is completely different. So of course I needed to take some courses almost, to just learn how can you work and raise positive children in this negative world where things seem to be more confusing for everybody, especially for our children. So yes, I will celebrate Father's Day. I was having a good time, enjoying barbecues. In this country, people love barbecues. Out there, having fun, having a beer, putting your feet up, being pampered. Remember that ultimately, we're going to pass on a message to our children. Whatever that message is, it should be that the one you 100% agree you should pass on. You see, I was lucky. So many lessons my dad passed on to me when I was a little kid, because we didn't have that much time to spend that time together. In the end, by the time I was about 12 years old, I'd already left my dad, already moved on to take on the life and the world. But this man gave me enough. He gave me the foundation to be the person who be a responsible individual, the person who treat other people with respect, the person always going to be useful in every situation I find myself in. And you see, my father was concerned when we were growing up that the soldier, because I grew up during the war, the soldier could catch me. And if they catch me as a little boy, I could actually easily be killed. And my only chance of survival was if I made myself useful. And that message and that lesson is the lesson I've used over the years, that everywhere I go, I try to make myself useful. That's the message I passed on my kids. That's the message I passed on for over 500,000 people around the world. That every single one of us, we have to make ourselves useful. You say, useful person always get the doors open for them. A useful person always is needed. A useful person is always there to solve problems. A useful person is always there to take responsibility. A useful person is always there to lead and find solutions to some of the biggest challenges that we have today. So the question is, what message are you passing on to your children? One of the reasons I encourage every single one of us to write a book is because it forces you to know who you are. Once you know who you are, what you stand for, what you believe in, and you document it, it means that you never die. You leave that document behind. Your kids will know who you are, what you believe, what you stood for. That gives them a chance to also to know the foundation of who they are. You see, when our children expecting that our fathers, not only they're going to be there, but also the bar is raised so high that the standards are so high, our kids, anything we can do, they believe they can do better. And that's actually the goal for every parent. We want our kids to do better than we are. Now, for those of us who have the chance to have our parents, have our fathers in our lives, great. For those of us, and I know many friends who didn't have a father figure in their homes, they have money to actually find a father in other people around them. Whoever you call a father, in my opinion, a father is not a sperm donor. A father is the person who plays a role as a father, who's there to do whatever needs to be done to support and encourage and shape their kids to do better in life, to do better than they did. And that's what I believe we should do. So as fathers, as we celebrate today, as we go out there to enjoy beer and barbecue and put our feet up and being pampered by the loved ones, we have to remember our responsibility as fathers. Our job to shape our lives, so in the process we shape the lives of those around us, especially our children. We are the role models of our own children. No one else is. No matter how much we try to believe someone else is the role model for our kids, we are the role model for them. In order that to happen, we have to up our standards. When we up our standards, we help them to up their standards too. In the end, anything that you do, they can do better. And it doesn't matter who you are, each and every one of us, we have a story to tell. We have a message to leave behind. We have to stand for something that becomes the guide and a map that allows us to go and live this world in such a way that is more contributive to make our world a better place, to make our world better than we leave it. We leave it better than we found it. And that's what I believe we all should do. So go out there, have fun, have a beer with me, enjoy yourself. Happy Father's Day. Just remember, when you get better, your kids gets better. When you get stronger, your kids get stronger. When you get wiser, your kids gets wiser. When you get more competent, your kids gets and becomes more competent, which allows the world to be in the same way. Until next time, you take care. God bless. Happy Father's Day. Bye for now.